leaving that aside, now you have a lot of these Muslim nutcases who, and I'm not afraid to talk about them, who their main objective in their life is to come after you. Meaning
Mhm.
they like I came up with a post about how Muslims need to be a little bit more understanding of one another. And this was in the midst of a conversation happening with one group of Muslims who were attacking LGBTQ Muslims, and another group of and then the pro LGBTQ Muslims were attacking the ones who were against it. There's a whole fight going on. So I just came up with a nice blog post where I was like, listen, both of you guys need to straighten up your act. Like, stop hating on them. You stop hating on them. Accept each other for who you are. But because I didn't outright say that LGBTQ was bad as a Muslim I'm supposed to, right? All of a sudden, then these people they came out and they started to attack me, and I started getting death threats. I started getting all kinds of all kinds. Oh, is this really really bad? And what their main objective is to go out of the way. They want to go out of the way to come after you. To the way I put it, they would not be happy unless you as a person are out on the street eating like the dog poo that's on the side of the road. They will not be happy unless you're actually like that. They want you to die. They want you to, and then they'll make it really really clear to you as well. I'm as an insider, I can say so many stories about this, but I feel like this is so important to talk about. The biggest difference I found, I used to when I talk about this, they're like God hates you. I go to the priest and I'm talking to the priest, and the priest says, Uthman, you're a Muslim. You don't believe in what we believe, but God loves you. And you see this crazy like difference that happens, and it's something that needs to be talked about because it's affected me. Um, it's put a lot of people on suicide roll. It's also a lot of people have killed themselves because of it. I don't know. It's sad. It bothers me a lot that a person cannot be authentic because you have a religious group that's called peace. Islam means peace out there to kill you. Like it, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I totally, totally hear every single syllable of what you're saying. Their intolerance is so violent and so vile, and it's just going to be pushing people away. You know, my inbox is filled with Muslim people sending me messages, talking to me, telling me, asking me questions because they can't have these conversations within their own friend group or family group or community or whatever. Like they can't talk about anything because like you said, you know, even if you're going to ask people to just stop fighting and stop attacking each other, it's like no, you have to pick a side. You have to say all gay people must be thrown off the highest building, otherwise you're not a good Muslim, otherwise you deserve to die just like them, otherwise, you know, blah 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 blah. And it's just like this violent intolerance is really going to, hopefully, you know, they will at some point start to realize that that will be the end of you, because that is what's going to cause people, anybody who has any choice or chance, to run as far away as they can from your religion. You
And
know,
that's the
they
thing.
they keep people in with the threat of death. You know, like if you leave us, then we will kill you. It's like the whole thing is like this setup to keep you imprisoned in there.
And building off of that, I think it's important that at this point I talked to a few people who are like, we're thinking of converting to Islam, but we don't want to because the repercussion of questioning it after is going to be death. So we're not going to convert to Islam in the first place. That's one thing. Second thing, like you're right, like it's a system that's this is like the later system that's meant to keep you in there. It's it's a huge problem. It does not represent it. I don't even know what it
And it's not
represents.
human, it's inhuman. It's not kind, it's not nice, it's not loving, it's not good. You know what I mean? When I walked into a church for the first time, I was like, wow, it's so pretty in here. And people are singing songs and like it was nice. Like, I've never walked into a mosque and felt like this is nice. The imam at the khutbah is always like yelling about killing Jews or something, or how we're all going to burn in hell. Like, it's all very negative and scary. And, you know, of course, if you're going to compare that to walking into a church, that's a much more pleasant experience. Like, why can't Muslims just start to chill out a little bit, and be open. You and I had like a brief conversation before this where I talked about how I feel like Jewish people have really evolved the most in this way, in that you can be Jewish whether you're an atheist or whether you're, an Orthodox Jew. Like everybody's within this spectrum, and it's almost like no questions asked. Everybody is welcome to Shabbat. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like it's just like this big family. And we are really, Muslims are not like that whatsoever. It is not a big
Think
family.
about the amount
You have to like, you pretend we are like, there's like this ummah idea that you, as a mob, everybody has to,
think
grab
about
the
the amount
same
of people that
pitchforks
left
and
Islam.
attack the same people. Sorry?
Think about the amount of people that left Islam. They left
Yeah,
because the community kicked them out. They never probably wanted to leave in the first place. The community said, "You're not one of us." Okay, well, what
correct.
are we? So
Yeah.
it's like okay, you did not become an atheist, so you never left Islam on your own. You left because the mob kicked you out.
Yeah, they gave me
Nothing
no
more to say about
choice.
that. Right?
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. I mean, that's my story. I literally just took off my hijab, and my mom was like, "That's it. You should be killed." Like I didn't even like I'm still a Muslim, but that's the way it is. It's like these are the rules, and if you just stray slightly from one of these rules, that's it. You're nothing, and you should be killed, even if you're my kid. All right, I am going to open it. Oh, you know what? Let's quickly talk about your